Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Siren Frost, and this is going to be a part 2 video of deck profiles for this week. And then hopefully next week I can start saving up money for the rest of set 1 collection, because I missed out a lot. But it's okay. It's all good. We're always going to just take a deep breath. But let's get on with the video. So in this video, we're going to be actually debuting a second Faded 1 deck that I've had my eye on for a little while now. For some reason, why, I don't know. But I actually do think it's kind of good in a way. This is the Faded 1 of Time, Liael Amorta. Now, it was a complete bitch to get some of these cards because a lot of people already got their playsets and no one has spares. So, I had to buy constant boxes every time I get paid. Besides working on some adult stuff, but because being adult sucks, I had to buy a lot of boxes to get all the components, or at least try to. But now I'm gonna be like, it should just be best to buy singles. I mean, I'm gonna be really honest about this. I just need to buy singles. Oh well. But anyways, quick backstory to this deck. The owner of this deck is Hikari Myodo. She is the little sister of Akina Makoto, who is the Faded 1 of Miracle's Raziel's owner. So he's also the first one in Faded Clash. But this is not just the present day Hikari's deck. This is the future Hikari's deck. Because the future one, well, Akina did lose to Suo against Blackmire, and Blackmire's wish came true, and it turned into nothing, disappear pretty much. So everyone who would participate in the Faded Clash pretty much went bye-bye at that point. I don't know if Gabuelas survived it, but yet he survived years later, so I guess he came back. When Hikari found out that her brother disappeared, she was devastated, she was heartbroken, and overall, kind of a mess. But then, Liael Amorta chose her to enter the next Faded Clash. And she won all of it. We didn't get much of her opponents, see who else had the other nation decks. We don't know. Maybe it's the ones that we found in the ride lines that we got recently from set 1 and 2. But I seriously doubt it, so we don't know. But overall, Hikari did win the future Faded Clash's Faded Clash. And her wish is to travel back through time to correct a mistake. And she, in some ways, did do this, in a way. She tried, though. She tried to get Mazanori to drop out, Taizo to beat Akina, didn't work out. Trying to drop out before he had to face Suo. She did everything in her power to try and get her brother out of that Faded Clash so he doesn't die, pretty much. Basically, that's what she says. He died. There. He's dead. So, and then she and Akina had a match against each other. And there's a small lore between Amorta and Raziel that I found out that these two were actually lovers. And if we know about Amorta's wording is love, I think it's Latin for love. Well, I guess she had a lot of love for Raziel. I wonder what Raziel would look like underneath that helmet of his. We'll find out in maybe the future. But she did lose in the end. But she did let Akina borrow Amorta to use against Blackmire, because Blackmire's skill does not compute with Amorta's guarded skill. So that was an essential good job. Overall, Akina was the one who won the Faded Clash in that timeline. And he got to make Hikari's wish his wish come true to heal his Hikari, the present day one. And the future one, when she lied, she pretty much, is long gone. She's dead. She's no longer existence. So this is the memory of her in a way. Too bad he couldn't keep Amorta. That would be kind of cool. But her job is complete. Her mission's complete. So she has no reason to go. So she has no reason to stay now. However, in Season 2, this Hikari, the present day one, turns out to be a Dark State player. And she is wielding a darker shade of Liael, which is known as Abodium, which I think Latin means hatred. So in other words, whatever happened between her and Raziel, she turned into basically a Lady Devimon. Because that's what the angels pretty much do. They fall in the darkness when something terrible happened or they get corrupted. So that's not surprising to me at all. But we'll see what happens when her time to shine in the Destiny fights in the future episodes will happen. But right now it's Makoto's tomorrow. And I'm guessing now the next one after her. So it'll be going down the list pretty quick. So anyways, let's get on to the video. It's already 5 minutes in. I'm sorry for that little backstory. So, for the right deck, of course, we have the Energy Generator, because that's the ticket. The first one we have is Player of the Olifant Belnista, which I thought is a cute little Angel Feather kind of moment. And when I saw Player, I mean, okay, this has something to do with musical themes, too. So, the first 0, 1, and 2... they have music in their soul, which, by the way, I love music. Next, for grade 1, we have Player of the Lovely Harp, Adorphas. When this unit is rolled upon by a player of beautiful Chord, Elegenia, Soul Blast 1, draw 2 cards, choose up to 1 normal unit from your hand, and discard it. If you do not discard a normal unit, choose 2 cards from your hand and discard them. Which, I don't think that might be a problem, because I think you want more normal units in the drop to activate Elegenia's skill. And then get a certain amount, get like a card, as depending on it's equal to almost a certain amount of cards you need to put it back in the deck. For grade 2, we have Player of the Beautiful Chord, Elegenia. When this unit is rolled upon by a grade 3 card with Liael in its card name, choose any number of normal units from your drop, put in the bottom of your deck, in any order, and if you choose 3 or more cards, draw a card. So, they all go to the bottom of the deck, but that's like easy play to call. You know, as long as you have a copy of that unit that you put back, I think it's just like, you know what? Snip, snap, I ain't taking in your shit. And then finally, for the boss herself, Faded One of Time, Liael equal Amorta, which I don't know why he added equal sign, but I don't know, who cares. When this unit attacks, counter last 1, choose one of your rear guards, bind it, search your deck for up to 1 card with the same card name as that card, call it the rear guard, and shuffle the deck. When this unit is put in the Guardian Circle, discard a card from your hand and put 2 cards from the bind zone to the bottom of your deck in any order. Choose one of your units with Faded One in its card name. It cannot be hit into the end of that battle, which becomes, this is like your Faded One perfect guard. So it's like, in a way, she's performing a fake guard. And yes, I'm making up these kind of names, so don't try me. Divine Skill. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. If your opponent's grade 3 Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, choose a card with the same card name as this unit from your drop zone. If you may and you may write it as stand. And if you do, and if you rode, it gets drive -1 in the turn. So it does perform a final drive check at the end of the battle. So technically you get a triple drive out of this unit, but only when it's done correctly and in some order, in some sort of fashion if you want to go crazy. So yeah. So there's that, and yes, I'm using Tamari Seto's sleeve from the overdress because it does have that cream color to match with the Keter Sanctuary thing, in my opinion, but that's it. Now, of course, my trigger lineup is just going to be the same. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I might change the front to have 2 fronts and 2 draws in the future, but like last time, but I'm like, right now, this just fits me perfectly, just because it does hit some lot powers on the line. So now I have, for heals, for 4 copies of Bringer of Distant Sounds, Araunus, and it came from the start deck, so, and since I did not get any of the festival collection from the Divine series, and I know they got a reprint because they don't have the border anymore, I would love to have those, but unfortunately, TCG is not selling them all, like, multiple copies, so that kind of sucks. But, oh well, it happens. So, and I'm also doing 8 criticals, anyways, so I'm using 4 copies of Chivalmya for the criticals, and 4 Blade Feather Dragons for the deck as well, because we do need to actually have Soul in order to activate the Soul Blast, because this deck does rely on a lot of Soul Blasting. I kind of realized that. So, we might change up when I get the last components, and I'll tell you what I'm missing. So, 3 copies of Bard of Heavenly Song Alpacc for the fronts, because we are going to be attacking like crazy. I might take off 1 critical and put another front in there, just make it 4 up, because the fronts seem like they're doing a lot better job than the draws, or at least even a critical, but, you know, criticals are nice to have too. But the 20k shield value is always a piece of cake. And my overtrigger of choice, of course, is True Arbiter Dragon of 100 Swords, Duravalse. And I do like it because, 1, it sparkles. I love the majestic look on this card. Araunus Noah is kind of like bland at some points, so I like to go for a little bit more flashy, not like a flex, but just a little bit flashy, just a little. And I know I can say that because I'm a queen, and I like flashy things and flex a little bit, but not too much flex. This is not all like a blinged out deck like my other ones, so. But it's okay. Maybe in the future they'll go reprint all in shinies. And yes, I am using gold, of course. Fucking gold. I can't find my yellow ones, and I don't think... Actually, Hikari's colors look like they're yellow anyways, so yellow or gold shall do. Like, in the perfect shade. And to be very honest with you, off the side note, I can't pull off gold eyeshadow to save my life. I tried, it's not working for me, if I'm being honest. Anyways, moving on, for grade 1s, we have 4 copies of Magic of Stimulants and Euphyuria. This is a partner to, this is one of Leonel's support cards and partner, I think. During the battle, this unit boosts if you have grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Leonel in its card name. This unit gets plus 5,000 power. Okay, that is standard because I think Rayum is the same way with Chris Reigns, so there you go. And then her other skill is, when this unit boosts a grade 3 or greater with Leonel in its card name, this unit gets 2,000 power in that battle. Awesome. Soul Blast 1, choose up to 1 card with the same card name as any of your units from your drop, put it in the bottom of your deck. Choose one of your units, and it gets 5,000 power in the turn. So, I still gotta learn that secondary skill, but the first one, you know what? Piece of cake. And then its other effect, and this other one is, same thing with Albina. If you have a Vanguard with Leo in its card name, this unit gets plus 5,000 power in attack. Defense or shield is going to be 5,000 extra. So, these two are almost like, they're exactly like mirroring Chris Reigns' partners as well, the little support cards. And I think as of right now, this is like the only support card that Liael Amorta actually has. I don't know if she can get any more support in the future. I'm hoping she does, because these decks need to continue to grow. Right now, they're just like a small little seed. They need to grow. And I'm not repulsive when I say that. Now, here's a little support card just for fun. For any Divine Seal deck, is 4 copies of Gragaon, I think. Gragaon. Yeah, Gragaon. It's like Crackion, but it's like it's a continuous skill. If your unit was placed by the ability of your Vanguard with Divine Skill this turn, this unit gets this new skill, auto. At the end of battle, this unit boosted, retire this unit, and countercharge 1 plus 5,000 power as a boost. So, it gets additional 5,000 power when it boosted. So, that's a good thing. But it also helps with the counterblasting as well, because Amorta does counterblast, and there are some cards in here that probably do counterblast. I don't know, maybe she's the only one, but I think it's a good choice to have. Maybe you can cut them down to like 3, but right now I'm keeping everything as a play set because, you know, you never know what's gonna happen, and that's what makes Vanguard very exciting for me. And then of course we have 4 copies of Palladium Zero Dragon for perfect guards. I know a lot of people can use the older one too, and I have a hollow version of that one, but that one is meant for like Bastion. So all the hollow perfect guards from set 1 from Overdress pretty much goes to the 5 or 6 main character decks, pretty much. So for grade 2, this is where it's going to sound maybe a little tricky here. Maybe you sound like, why? Just hear me out. I'm playing 4 copies of Divine Sister Languedechat. If you have a grade 3 rare card in your soul, this unit gets boosts. So you're all probably thinking like, well, she's not going to actually help you in the deck too much. Because you do need to have a grade 3 card in the soul. And, you know, we are bringing a certain amount of grade 3s in this deck. So there is a chance there might get a soul, maybe get a card, you know, with a grade 3. Or if you can wait, you can use this card saver for a Persona Ride. You know, it's whatever you can do. But for right now, this card is good for late game because it does hit hard. And it does provide a 5,000 bonus. So with boost, that's 15,000 power on all 3 sides. If you can pull it off. As long as you keep a grade 3 in the soul. That's pretty much all you gotta do. That's your main goal and your main key point. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be saying, like, well, why are you bringing her in the first place? Well, here's the thing. I have left only 2 copies of the grade 2 support for Liael, and I want to play a full playset of that card. So until I get the last 2 cards, I need to find other cards to component because I feel really stupid to run, like, 2 ofs. Like, that's why I don't like Chris Rain a lot than you think. Believe it or not, I actually do love her, but I just don't like the idea of running 1 ofs when I'm not very comfortable with it. Now, here's another card that is a temporary thing, but this is a full, almost like a female deck, pretty much. And I like female decks a lot. And I am playing 3 copies of Knight of Slash Sin's Nehalenia. Not Queen Nehalenia, just Nehalenia. When this unit is placed on rear guard, Soul Blast 1. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards, put it at the bottom of your deck, and your opponent can draw a card. So, your main thing is, get rid of your opponent's interceptor or any kind of booster you don't like, or that you don't like from their field. Put it at the bottom of their deck. They do draw a card, however, it will slow down some progress, you know, for them. Now, I do normally like to play this card at 4, but I think the soul is really important. So, right now I am testing the waters of these cards a bit too, and see how they work. And, yeah. So, right now, this is my 7 grade 2 lineup, and you know, I will keep her in the deck a little longer just because the Divine Sister series, I do like. I do like this holy night kind of theme going on. It reminds me of like Angel Feather, a little bit Gear Chronicle, but like Gold Paladins, Oracle Think Tank. It's like United Sanctuary coming together and making a deck and making like a baby. This is like their baby. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to shut up for the rest of the time. I'm just going to shut up right there. Moving on. We are running for a certain amount. I think we're running 11 grade 3s in this deck. And I'll tell you why. Because we are still running 3 more copies of Liael Amorta for personification ability. And her guard ability. And her divine skill ability. All that shindigs that come with the gigs, pretty much. So, yes. We do play a decent amount of her. And also, I'm playing a good... Like, I think it's a good card, a good grade 3. Divine Sister, Bugne. Bugne, when this unit is placed on rear guard from deck, and this unit gets 15,000 power in end turn. So, that's why I chose her, because she does hit hard. She's a 28 beat stick, pretty much. And a lot of your times, your opponent either has a complete guard, over a trigger in the hand, might stop it, but other than that, he's gonna have the guard, he or she's gonna have to guard a shit ton on top of the boosting that the back row gives them. That's where the Divine Sisters comes in. They will provide the 15,000 power if I can get a grade 3 in the soul. So that's 28 plus 15. It's like, okay, what the fuck's going on here? Like, is there something going on? Is there a crack going on? And then this is the last one I have right here is 4 copies of Savar Dragon. During your turn, if your bind zone has a card with the same card name as any of your units, this unit gets additional 10,000 power. So that's an automatically 23k beat stick of itself. So you got 23 attack, 28 attack. You got Divine Sisters that will provide 15k as long as you get a grade 3 in the soul. It's like, this deck just hits. And it's just saying, like, it's giving your opponent pretty much a big fat fuck you to your opponents, pretty much. That's what it's kind of doing to me. And that's how I like my decks a little aggressive, especially if I'm the kind of person who is very pissed off of the world. And yes, I am that kind of person who will be pissed off the world. But that is it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video very much so. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I've been your host, Siren Frost, signing out.